Yo, welcome to Black Money. You had to listen to the Doctor Talk. So that's Doctor Talk. It's your boy LIB Rick Ross. We're back with another one. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to inform, never to disinform. So this video is gonna be about a couple of stocks that I'm invested in. I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up and give you guys an idea of what I'm invested in and what I think you should be invested in. Also, we're gonna cut to the chase. We're not gonna do too much talking on this one because it's already Tuesday. I should have posted this on Sunday, but you already know we got a lot going on. That's my son in the back there trying to be in my video. He always trying to be in my video. Anyways, I'm gonna give you guys a couple of stocks that I think you guys should be looking at, paying close attention to. If you got a couple of bucks, throw it in there and watch this thing grow. So we're gonna start by saying you should be using WEBULL. Number one, Robinhood. We all know what's been going on. Robinhood kind of let us down a little bit. So get with WEBULL. If you look in the bottom, at the bottom of this video, there's a link to WEBULL. Click that link, sign up, deposit $100, and get 2 free stocks from WEBULL. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to keep the stocks. You can sell it and withdraw the money. Or you can come to me for a little advice, and I'll kind of help guide you guys on what to do with those stocks, depending on if they're good stocks or not. But, yeah, do that. Click that link down there, get 2 free stocks, and you're welcome. So we're going to start like this. It's 2021. You know what I'm saying? Biden is the new president. And if you know a little bit about Biden or what he's been campaigning on, he's been really focused on, cleaning up the planet, America, going more towards the EV and the AI and clean energy, things like that. So he's been really advocating for getting rid of gas and things like that. So I'm going to play out a little clip from his speech of him even doubling down on that after he won the election. And then we're going to jump into a couple of stocks that I think a lot of people are not paying attention to, and I've been paying attention to it. So I want to bring that to you guys' radar. I'm actually invested in all the stocks that I'm going to talk to you about tonight. And I think you guys should do your research on this. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a financial institute or whatever they want to say illegally, so I don't get sued for anything. But I'm letting you know that I'm invested in it, and you should take a look at it, do some research, and try to get into it yourself and make some money. We're going to chow down on some gummies. You know what I'm saying? It may or may not have alcohol in it. Let's go. So this is Biden here talking a little bit about his plan.
We want to take you now to the White House, where President Joe Biden is speaking and will be signing an executive order to boost domestic manufacturing. Let's listen in.
The future will be made in America. I've long said that I don't accept the defeatist view that the forces of automation and globalization can keep union jobs from growing here in America. We can create more of them, not fewer of them. I don't buy for 1 second that the vitality of American manufacturing is a thing of the past. American manufacturing was the arsenal of democracy in World War II, and it must be part of the engine of American prosperity now. That means we're going to use taxpayers' money to rebuild America. We'll buy American products and support American jobs, union jobs. For example, the federal government every year spends approximately $600 billion in government procurement to keep the country going, safe and secure. And there's a law that's been in the books for almost a century now to make sure that that money, when spent, taxpayers' dollars for procurement, is spent to support American jobs and American businesses.
But wait now. So why the fuck? So y'all telling me? So y'all telling me say I've been taking my money and not doing anything with it? Huh? I just play. You know them dudes in the videos who be just going crazy off of like stuff like that, man. Look, I ain't got time for that. I'm just playing. Listen, let's keep watching the video.
But the previous administration didn't take it seriously enough. Federal agencies waived the Buy American requirement without much pushback at all. Big corporations and special interests have long fought for loopholes to redirect American taxpayers' dollars to foreign companies for the products that are being made. The result, tens of billions of American taxpayers' dollars supporting foreign jobs and foreign industries. In 2018 alone, the department spent $3 billion, the Defense Department, on foreign construction contracts, leaving American steel and iron out in the cold. It spent nearly $300 million in foreign engines and on vehicles instead of buying American vehicles and engines from American companies, putting Americans to work. Under the previous administration, the federal government contract awarded directly to foreign companies went up 30%. That is going to change on our watch. Today, I'm taking the first steps in my larger Build Back Better recovery plan that invests in American workers, unions, and businesses up and down the supply chain. And I know the previous presidents entered office by promising to buy America and instituting the Buy American policy. But here's why this is different and not the same. I'll be signing an executive order in just a moment, tightening the existing Buy American policies and go.
Nigga said you'll be signing some executive orders, okay? If we learn from the last president. I mean, I hope not I hope not black people on there you got me signed from the Yo, come on, man.
Go further. Okay. We're setting clear directives and clear explanations. We're going to go to the core issue with a centralized, coordinated effort. Look, today, I'm creating a director of Made in America at the White House Office of Management and Budget, who will oversee our All of Government Made in America initiative. That starts with stopping federal agencies from waiving Buy American requirements with impunity, as has been going on. If an agency wants to issue a waiver to say we're not going to buy an American product as part of this project, we're going to buy a foreign product, they have to come to the White House and explain it to us. We're going to require that waivers be publicly posted. That is, someone was seeking a waiver to build this particular vehicle or facility, and it's going to buy the following foreign parts. That waiver, the request for it's going to be posted. Then we'll work with small American manufacturers and businesses to give them a shot to raise their hand and say, yeah, I can do that here in my shop, in my town. It's about, as you heard me say before, I used to have a friend who was a great athlete who said, you got to know how to know. These small businesses don't even know they can compete for making the product that is attempting to be waived and be able to be bought abroad. And I'm directing the Office of Management and Budget to review waivers to make sure they are only used in very limited circumstances. For example, when there's an overwhelming national security, humanitarian, or emergency need here in America. This hasn't happened before. It will happen now. Here's what else we're going to be doing. Under the Build Back Better recovery plan, we'll invest hundreds of billions of dollars in buying American products and materials to modernize our infrastructure, and our competitive strength will increase in a competitive world. That means millions of good-paying jobs using American-made steel and technology to rebuild our roads, our bridges, our ports, and to make them more climate resilient, as well as make them able to move faster and cheaper and cleaner to transport American-made goods across the country and around the world, making us more competitive. It also means replenishing our stockpiles to enhance our national security. As this pandemic has made clear, we can never again be in a position where we have to rely on a foreign country that doesn't share our interest in order to protect our people during a national emergency. We need to make our own protective equipment, essential products and supplies. And we'll work with our allies to make sure they have resilient supply chains as well. We'll also make historic investments in research and development, hundreds of billions of dollars, to sharpen America's innovative edge in markets where global leadership is up for grabs. Markets like battery technology, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, clean energy. The federal government also owns an enormous fleet of vehicles, which we're going to replace with clean electric vehicles made right here in America by American workers, creating millions of jobs, 1 million auto worker jobs in clean energy and vehicles that are net zero emissions. And together, this will be the largest mobilization of public investment in procurement, infrastructure, and R&D since World War II. And with the executive order I'll be signing today, we'll increase Buy American requirements for these kinds of projects and improve the way we measure domestic content requirements. For example, right now, if you manufacture a vehicle for the federal government, you need to show that at least 50% of the components of that vehicle were made in America. But because of loopholes that have been expanded over time, you can count the least valuable possible parts as part of that 50% to say made in America, while the most valuable parts, the engines, the steel, the glass, the manufacturer.
Okay, so let me explain what he's saying right there, because that's very important, right? So what he's saying is you'll have companies like Apple and who else? These big companies in here in the U.S. Okay, the U.S. doesn't require a certain amount, or let's say certain parts of something to be made in America. So companies like Apple or places or companies like that will build a phone, right? They'll buy maybe the screws or what else? I don't know much about how phones and shit are built, but small thing like the screw, they'll buy it from somebody, from a company in America. But the memories, the screen protector, the screen, Apple get their screens from Samsung, and other things like that. They'll get it from abroad. But then because they got the screws or certain small little things that in the phone from here in America, they'll say, "Oh, built in America." Technically, no. The most expensive things in the phone, the most valuable, important things in the phone was not bought here in America, was not made here by an American company. You got it from overseas. It was made overseas. You bought them overseas. So that phone is not made in America. But companies like that, because of some small component or something like that they bought from an American company, they'll claim, "Oh, it was made in America." And that's exactly what he's talking about there, that it needs to be stricter rules and stricter legislative or bills or some shit, that they can come up with to keep these companies in line, to make sure that they're buying stuff and make it from companies here that make it here in America. That's what he means by that, and I like that. That's very important.
Are manufactured abroad. So basically, we're batting 0 for 2. The content threshold of 50% aren't high enough. And the way we measure the content doesn't account for U.S. jobs and economic activity. We're going to change that as well. The executive action I'm signing today will not only require that companies make more of their components in America, but that the value of those components is contributing to our economy, measured by things like a number of American jobs created and or supported. At the same time, we'll be committed to working with our trading partners to modernize international trade rules, including those relating to government procurement, to make sure we can all use our taxpayer dollars to spur investment that promotes growth and resilient supply chains. And here's what else the action does. When we buy America, we'll buy from all of America. That includes communities that have historically been left out of government procurement. Black, brown, Native Americans, small businesses, and entrepreneurs in every region of the country. We will use a national network of manufacturers called the Manufacturing Extension Partnership that's in all 50 states and Puerto Rico to help government agencies connect with new domestic suppliers across the country. This is a critical piece of building our economy back better and including everyone in the deal this time, especially small businesses that are badly hurting in this economy. The executive action I'm taking also reiterates my strong support for the Jones Act and American vessels, and our ports, especially those important for America's clean energy future and the development of offshore renewable energy. I'll close with this. The reason we need to do this is America can't sit on the sidelines in the race for the future. Our competitors aren't waiting. To ensure the future is made in America, we need to win not just the jobs of today, but the jobs and industries of tomorrow. And we know that the middle class built this country, and we also know unions built the middle class. So let's invest in them once again. I know we're ready, despite all we're facing. I've never been more optimistic about the future of America than I am today. Given even just half a chance, the American people, the American workers, has never, ever let the country down. Imagine if we give them a full chance. That's what we're going to do.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Okay. I just wanted to let y'all know what Joe Biden hair was. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into all these stocks and things like that, so you can know how important these EV stocks are. Because Joe's in there. He's in there for 4 years, and hopefully they do good, and we vote him in there for another 4 years, and he can do 8 years. And then we can keep making money on this stock market. So we're gonna get right into it. We ain't gonna waste no time. We know what Joe had at, so we're gonna try to get with Joe. Okay, so I have 4 stocks for you guys that I want you guys to keep your eye on. Keep your eye on the prize. You know what I'm saying? All of these are EV stocks, but they venture off in other sectors. So one of them is actually a real estate stock. You know what I'm saying? But when we get to it, I'll let you know why that is very important and why you guys should keep your eye on that too. So we're gonna jump right into it. The first stock we're gonna talk about is ticker symbol ZOM. Ticker symbol ZOM. That's Zomedica. I don't even know how to pronounce these guys. We just gonna roll with it. But yeah, ticker symbol ZOM. Look it up. We're not gonna read all that. I already read it, so I'm gonna scroll down to what we need to know and what's important. And then we're gonna keep it pushing. Actually, I was wrong. All of these are not EVs. This one's actually a pet related. If you guys are pet owners, dogs, cat, things like that. So this is very pet related, and it's gonna change the world of when it comes to pets. How pets get tested for certain disease and chronic, things like that. So we're gonna dive right into it, right? Ticker symbol Zoom. Look it up. Right now they're trading. So right now Zoom is trading at $1.80, right? When I bought into it, I think it was at 90 cents or something like that. I was watching it. I wasn't gonna just give you guys something to just jump in, and I'm not sure about it. So I bought it, because of the speculation. And then when I read more into it, I realized, oh, this is gonna be a big play. And so far, I'm up in there, but it's still under $2. It's at $1. It goes up and down, but I'm letting you know now. This is a stock you want to buy into and keep for at least 2 to 3 weeks because it's gonna run. Also, We always buy low and sell high. So this is also a stock that you can day trade. You know what I'm saying? Because earlier today, I actually shot back down to like 99, 98 cents. So what amount of shares I have in there, I could have sold, took my profit, right, when it was at $1 and I think 10 cents, and then bought back when it went back down to 90 cents or 99 cents, because that's when I originally bought in. You know what I'm saying? So I could have made my profit and then jump back in and then made another profit again. That's how you day trade. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to do that. I'm gonna hold this for the long run. I'm saying maybe at least two to 3 weeks, right? See how that does. If it grow enough, I'm going to sell it, take my profit, and see how things are doing. But I guarantee you this is gonna be a long play right here. So add it to your portfolio or add it to your watch list and just keep an eye on it if you're not ready to buy in right now. But right now is the best time to buy in. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So we're gonna get into why this company is so important, right? We're gonna scroll down. We're gonna scroll down to the important parts. We ain't finna just read all that. Like I told you guys, I read it already. So we're gonna go to what I'm looking for. So this company is like, it's a company that developed a machine to test your pets, animals, dogs, cats, domestic animals that you keep in your house that people treat like, you know what I'm saying? They test them for certain problems. So what this company does is it simplifies the fact that when you take your dog or cat to a vet, right? They have to take a sample of their feces or piss or whatever they do, or blood work. I'm not sure what they do up there. I'm not a veterinarian. So they take a sample of that and then they send it to another company that tests that sample and sends it back to your vet. And then your vet got to reschedule for you to come in so they can give you the bad or good news, right? That's a long process. You know what I'm saying? If you ever been through it, you know it's a long process. I've never been through it, but thinking about it, I know it's a long process. If you ever done a piss test before or blood work, you know that's how that works. You go somewhere, you say I want this work done. They say we can do it. They do it. Then you gotta wait a couple of days or maybe even weeks before your result come back, because they gotta send it somewhere else for them to do their work. And mind you, they're paying them, so they're charging you plus whatever they're paying them plus profit. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody got to make money. And then the company they're sending it to, they're charging them plus profit. So now they charge them plus profit, and then them charge me or you plus their profit and their profit. You know what I'm saying? So we are like in the back end of everything. We paying all this money because this company has to use this other company to get their results. So you got to think about that. So Zoom has this thing called True Forma, right? They're trying to skip past the middleman and skip past all this other process and go straight to the point. If you're like me, I like to go straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? When you're telling me something, don't beat around the bush. Y'all know, like, bring people, yeah, you go this way, you turn the corner, you see some trainer playing down the street. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just get that kind of thing, my man. Go straight to the process. So Zoom is trying to skip straight to the process. Now, Zoom got this machine, right? Size of a printer. The machine. You can set a machine on the desk. You set a machine on the floor. You can set a machine in one of your shelf now, right? You bring a pet to the vet. You say, oh, my pet been acting funny. Something's been going on. I'm trying to find out what's going on with my pet. They say, okay, well, we need to do a couple of tests. You know what I'm saying? You say, but how long is this test going to take? How much is this test going to cost? Now, them having this Zoom product in their practice, they don't have to ship your dog feces off or cat feces off to another company. So we cut the middleman out. We cut their price out of there, right? They can do the test right there. How long does this text take? It doesn't take long. It's in here somewhere. 20 minutes, right here. Less than 20 minutes later, get high quality diagnostic test results for just a few bucks. But one thing you gotta remember, making people taste it a few bucks, don't believe it. So the test will take 20 minutes instead of you waiting 2 to 3 weeks to get a result. That's crazy. If you're not excited about that, at least be excited about the fact that you can make a lot of money from this one stock right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get into the stock market. I keep telling y'all about this. So you go to the vet, you want your dog or cat tested for something. I said, well, we can do it right here, right now. It'll take us about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You get snack or something, you sit there, eat, you be on your phone, Facebook, or you be watching the stock market. 20 minutes later, they get a result. Ma'am, your dog might have this and this and that. So right now, what was that at? Let me see. So right, so I mean that's very smart, you know what I'm saying? And this thing is gonna fly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The thing is gonna fly. This thing is gonna fly. So pay attention to it, man. Let me see. 2.8 billion growing domestic veterinary diagnosis market. Blah blah blah. Truformer takes what is a complex, timely, and costly incumbent vet diagnostic process and makes it simple, cheap, and quick. Okay. Blah blah. Test a few dollars later, you get a test result. Okay. 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 Okay, and they say the results are 95 to 99% accurate in correlation to the lab results that traditionally that veterinarians do now, which is send the sample from your dog or cat to a lab or something they test it. So they say compared to Zoom Truformer's test, it's 95 to 99% accurate in correlation to that. So they let you know we tested this already and it works, and we're getting the same results that these labs are getting. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation. Okay. The Truformer platform will be used exclusively for the diagnosis of thyroid disease in dogs and cats, right? So they're launching this year, and it's going to be using to test thyroid disease in dogs and cat, right? But that's not the best part, though. Let me tell you the best part about this, right? This little piece of machine, printer looking kind of size machine, right? Right now it's testing for thyroids. But this is why this stock is running, like is about to run. This is why people are so excited about this stock, especially me. I know you can tell from the enthusiasm. This machine can be modified to test other things besides thyroids. But right now, this is what they're running with, right? So, where did I see that at? Oh, right here. Okay. Where did I see that at? I saw that somewhere. I can't find it anymore. But what they're trying to say is that this thing can be used for other things, right? So it can be modified to test other things like cancer, other kind of problems that your pet might have. So this small machine that you have in your office can be modified to test for other things besides thyroids. So, as the middleman, we can test for whatever we want to test here in 20 minutes and give you a result. Come on, man. You get on this stock, man. I'm telling y'all, put some money in there. If you ain't sure about it, go read some more, take some time, watch the stock, see how it's growing, and make a decision for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's enough about Zoom, but I'm very excited about Zoom. I'm already invested in there. I have like 1,000 share, I think, 1,000 some plus. I'm not sure. We're gonna check in on that when after a couple of days. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. But yeah, Zoom, baby, let's go. We're gonna jump into the next one and see what we're talking about. So the next stock that we're gonna be talking about, ticker symbol IDEX. Now this is a EV kind of stock. Like I told you, they're everywhere. That means they got subsidiaries in multiple divisions of the market, right? So they own companies that make cars. They own companies that make charging stations. They own companies that make batteries. They own companies that do multiple things. So their stock right here is another stock that's gonna blow because they're intertwined with every sector of what Biden was talking about going more green and emissionless world. So they have subsidiaries in multiple places and around the world, not just in America. They got places in Hong Kong. They got places in Taiwan, I think, China, and I think I seen something about India. I think India. I'm not sure, but they have their own companies over there too. We're not gonna talk too much about this, but this is a company that you want to hold for the long run, actually, because they have companies that do they own subsidiaries that really does it all. So this is one of the companies you want to keep an eye on, and there's the one company you gotta want to, you know what I'm saying, put some money in, because I used to be one of the dudes who just be like, okay, I'm gonna get into it, and then I waste so much time and I never got into it. Like Bitcoin. When I got introduced to Bitcoin was very low, and I was like, man, I don't know. I was stalling. I was like, I don't know. Bitcoin's at $36,000 right now per share. So imagine when I would have bought Bitcoin when it was underneath $100. That's how I bought a couple of, you know what I'm saying, maybe 4 or 5 shares in Bitcoin. Then 5 times 36. Come on, man. So I'm putting these on y'all radar now, so y'all can be aware of it, and y'all can get into it when you feel like you're ready. So IDX is trading right now for $4.35. That's well under $5. You take $5 a week, every 2 weeks from your paycheck, or $10 every 2 weeks from your paycheck. You can buy two of these stocks. So keep an eye on it. We're gonna jump to the next one. This is one of my favorite stocks right here. I love everything about this stock right here. GM Motors. Who would have thought? GM Motors, one of the oldest company in America right now. will be making EVs. And not just commercial EVs, but personal EVs and things like that, man. GM is doing it all right now. And that's not even the big part about why people are paying attention to GM and why they're blowing up. The big part is about this company that they bought that focuses on the construction and the software of what goes into the EV. And they bought this company when this company was very small. They put a lot of money in this company. Now this company has over thousands of employees that focuses just on the software of making these EVs. You know what I'm saying? So this is huge. We never had a company that just had their own sector of another company that just focuses on the software. You know what I'm saying? So GM has a lot of things going on right now. They got this little floating thing right here. I don't know what they call that. Cadillac Halo flying car. That's what they call that. Then we got the GM Halo self-driving pod. Okay. And then we got the Cadillac Celestiq. And then we got the GM Bright Drop electric delivery van. And that's the name I want you to pay attention to. Bright Drop, right? Bright Drop was a little company that GM bought with a couple of employees. GM took that company and blew it up. They blew that company up, hired thousands of people, and told them, look, y'all focus on the software. What's this company? I forgot the name of this company, man. Everybody is they, you know the Scooby-Doo van. What's that company that make that Scooby-Doo van? Jesus, I forgot. But yeah, that company there been having a lot of software problems when it comes to their electric cars. And but their car looks beautiful. The car looks nice. The way they can transform the inside and turn it into, a bed. And come on now, a van. I can't imagine what you can do with a van, right? But they've been having a lot of problems with software issues, how the car is running and things like that. Now GM said, look, we're not gonna be like these guys over here. We got a whole sector, a whole nother company that only focuses on software. And they've been doing it for years before we even bought them. And then we just amped that up thousands. You know what I'm saying? So now we're ready to go. And from what I seen, it said FedEx already signed on for 500 units of Bright Drop electric delivery van. And one thing about companies like these and metros and things like that, what they were trying to do, they're trying to save on gas, right? They want to be able to run this certain amount of miles and save on gas and double their profit. And GM is saying, well, our truck can go 250-mile range fast, recharge times. So we can do that for you guys with this right here. And then you got electric delivery box. So this right here can help Amazon out a lot. Because I seen one of their videos, they got something like this that they use at their warehouse to carry stuff around, right? But FedEx can also use this. The post office can use this. And this is all from GM, right? And then we're going to jump into Bright Drop a little bit and talk about and see what they've been doing. So that vehicle is estimated to have a range of 250 miles on a full charge. A peak charge rate of up to 170 miles of EV range per hour. 120 kilowatts DC fast charging. Over 600 cubic feet of cargo area. That's a lot of feet. Available at a GVWR of less than 10,000 pounds. So it's not even that heavy. and a lot of segment leading safety features. All right, okay, we're not gonna read all that. Okay, but the most important part is FedEx, who's already signed up for 500 units. That's very important right there. Now, can they back out? Yeah, they can say, "Oh, well, your product ain't up to standards, or we didn't think it is what it's supposed to be," and they can back out. But the fact that they already signed on, most of the time they don't say they're already signed on. They just say we're having conversations with FedEx, or we're having um not debates but meetings with FedEx about them trying to buy a product, but they blatantly come out and say, "Yeah, we signed on. We want 500 of them things quick, as soon as you can get it to us." So that's very important. So GM, y'all look out for GM. Let's see what GM's trading for right now. So GM is a little bit over $50, $52. That's still a good buy for me. Um, it might drop with all this craziness that's going on right now with Best Buy. I mean, not Best Buy. GameStop and AMC and all these other places. Everybody taking their money and putting it over here, so they're neglecting good companies like GM. So pay attention to that. It might fall because of that. If it don't, do not wait for it to go over $60. You know what I'm saying? Then that's a little high on the high end. I mean, 60 is still low, but compared to how much they can grow. But you know what I'm saying? You want to buy as low as you can buy, and right now, I think that's low, and I think that's probably as low as they'll go, unless they get some kind of bad news or something that comes up. They might drop down to the 40s. Then I'll say snag it up real quick. But I already got some shares in there. I think I bought it around 48, 49. So I'm up there right now. You know what I'm saying? Put a couple of shares in there, and just watch that green. Watch that green. But GM is a big play. GM is a very big play. Keep an eye on that. And let's get this money. I ain't gonna lie to you again. This Black Money at Dr. Talk. You know, like this video, subscribe so you can get everything every time I post it. I talk about everything on here. Real estate, ETF, all that. Investing. We do funny videos here and there. We react to shit. You know what I'm saying? So follow your boy. I'm gonna make you some money. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna help you guys get where you need to be. It's 2020. I mean, it's 2021. 2020 was a lot of bull. It's 2021. We're trying to make money. We're trying to make long-lasting money. We're trying to make sure our kids has money, and we're trying to change how people look at us. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about working. Sometimes you gotta let your money work for you. So we're gonna jump to the next one real quick. So if you remember what Biden said, we're going to EVs, we're trying to go clean, all that. And everybody, when you hear they say, "Oh, Tesla about to blow," no lie, Tesla's gonna blow. But Tesla's kind of high right now. They trading like up to the eight something. And if you remember, they just had a split. You know, I was in there for the split. I got a couple of bucks and I sold it. I don't know why I sold it, but I sold it. I think because I was up a little bit and I got greedy and I sold it. I should have kept it. I ain't gonna lie, but I heard today that they had a little recall on some of their cars. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was gonna drop a little bit. It did for a little bit, but it started going back up again. So we're gonna wait for some kind of bullish. We're gonna wait for some kind of bullish set off or something, because they always selling this stock short. So we're gonna wait for that and see what happened to that, and then I'm gonna try to buy back in and hold that for the long run. But when you think about green, you know, cars, EVs, and things like that, these cars got to get charged. And not a lot of people can afford these charging stations that can be built or put in your house or garage. Or you might not have a house and a garage. You know what I'm saying? People live in apartment high rises just because they want to, because they got the money. They don't want a house, which I think everybody should want a house. But That's neither here nor there. But we're gonna jump into black charging. You know, black charging is like one of the biggest, if not the biggest company right now with the most charging stations. I'm not sure, but I think they got the most charging stations right now, or the fastest growing charging station right now. They got them everywhere. So this will be a ideal company to get into. They already have charging stations everywhere, and then Biden is telling us we're going EV. We're trying to replace other government cars with EV cars. We want cleaner airs. You know, we're gonna put incentives and tax breaks for everybody who's gonna go and start making EVs and try to make the planet a little cleaner. So, shit, what we gonna charge these cars? What Blank said, look, we got the infrastructure already. We got places already. With these incentives, we could amp that up, and we can get y'all what y'all need. So I'm very bullish on this. I'm very big on this, and I got a lot of money in this right here, and I think you guys should too. I just gave you a couple of stocks that I think you guys should be looking at. Pay attention to these. If not, if you got the money already, put it in there and watch that thing grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lead you wrong. Trying to get you some money. That's all we care about over here. That's all we care about over here is money. So now I'm gonna give you one more, and this is very important to me because I'm into real estate, and this is the one real estate stock that I was telling you guys about. This company is about to change the world, the way things work, especially with COVID not going anywhere anytime soon. So right now, I ain't gonna lie, this will be the best time to invest in this company because right now they can blow and you can make a lot of money. Now, will they fall off later on? Maybe, right? Maybe when COVID is good and that's gone. But that thought that something like this can happen at any time will always be in people's mind. So that might be a reason why to think, oh, this company is here to stay. You know what I'm saying? So this company is EXPI, ticker symbol, World Holdings Inc. Now what they do is they do virtual reality tours, instructions, and training and all that other stuff for real estate agents, right? That means you ain't gotta meet these people anymore. Snot nose John. Or these people that come through with their 3, 4, 5 bad kids eating food and leaving crumbs everywhere in your place, and then you gotta pay a cleaning person to come clean this place up again to get it ready for another person to come see it. You can skip all that. Not saying you can't go out and show properties to certain people. You can still do that for those people who still want to go do that. But majority of people now, they're scared of COVID. They don't want to get sick, you know, and I don't blame them. I don't want to get sick either. And then some people just don't want to leave their house. They got a lot going on. Like me, I'm on the stock market. I work, got a kid, you know what I'm saying, wife, all these other things that I got to deal with. Sometimes I don't want to leave the house, or I don't have time to leave the house. So if I'm trying to buy a house or an apartment or something like that, and somebody can give me a tour while I'm sitting at home in my couch in my boxes, let's go. Let's go. And that's what EXPI is trying to do, or what they're already doing. Now, this is the best part right here. I know y'all all remember all those schemes those pyramid schemes where you can have 5 people underneath you, and you're eating from all those 5 people in there. So everything they sell, you get a percentage of it. So that's how this company works too. You can bring 5 agents there underneath you, and they can be eating from all 5 of those agents. You know what I'm saying? But all of y'all get commission. All of y'all get big commissions on all the properties y'all sell and shit like that. But you at the head, at the top, you can eat off of them too. You know what I'm saying? That's how that goes. And then they can bring more people on. You can eat from them and the people they bring on. It's a win-win to me. It's a win-win to me. I ain't even gonna lie. So I'm very bullish on that too. Let's see what they trading at right now. So ESPI is a little on the high end. It's trading at 119. Again, every stock I just told you guys about, I have shares in. So I have shares in ESPI. They're up today, $4.10. That's 3.42%. This is not my portfolio. This is just a overview of the stock. I think I'm up more than that. I will show you guys my portfolio, later on. Not today, not right now, but I will pick the right time to show you guys my portfolio. So we're gonna end this right here. I hope you guys get some good knowledge of this. Again, like, subscribe. I'm here to give you guys the info. Let's make this money on the stock market. Don't be scared. Scary money don't get money.